Hello, my name is Bishr Sammak. I'm one of the co-founders and the CEO of Tanda, a fintech startup focusing on delivering instant access to your financing needs. On the 3rd of December 2020, we launched our first fintech solution, a savings group application allowing you to save and borrow from people anonymously. Over the past few months, we learned two major findings. There's high demand for instant and easy-to-access financing, and that credit assessment, traditional credit assessment, is time-consuming and costly. What we learned from those two findings is that innovation must happen at the infrastructure level to allow speedy implementation of a fully digital banking experience. The main problem that we're solving is that SMEs and individuals have limited access to financing in the non-GCC Arab world. Today, data is abundant, financial institutions are open to innovation, and fintech applications are being implemented at rapid speed. There are 175 million adults in the Arab world that are open to being financed. However, only 7.29% of them have managed to access any credit card or financing from their banks. The reasons vary on the supply side. Banks quote high cost of innovation, difficulty in terms of overheads, and finally, people lacking the proper documentation. Tanda is where you access your instant financing from the click of a button. This is how it works. We start by building the infrastructure. We collect data points from our partners, and we overlay on top of them a machine learning credit scoring algorithm that can help you access banking instantly. From there, we implement it in two ways. We either implement it with the partners that we collected the data from, enabling their credit analysts to assess creditworthiness from the click of a button, or we implement it ourselves by growing our own loan book and lending directly using that tool. The implementations can look different. They can look like a savings group, like our first application that we launched, or a buy now, pay later scheme, or microloans or payday loans. The tool looks something like this. We input a number of data points, such as historic loan performance, some demographic, geographic, and work-related information. We overlay on top of it a machine learning software, and out comes a credit assessment tool. The credit assessment tool enables credit analysts working with our partners to understand the credit risk of the individual, whether they'll be late for 30, 60, 90, 180 days, whether they will restructure their loans or will they default. Our revenue and our delivery model take two main shapes. Either a B2B2C model, where we use our tools with our partners to deliver those financial services, and from there we either generate revenue through a licensing fee or a pay-per-inquiry model. On the other hand, we can deliver our model directly to consumers in a B2C delivery model. So where do we stand right now? We have acquired a mock data set to begin training our model, launching a debt round of 500,000 revolving loan facility from one of the commercial banks here in Jordan, and an 800,000 bridge round to invest in our technology and launch our private sector solution to employees across Jordan. Our timeline looks something like this. By the end of this month, September, we would have accessed consumer loan data from one of our partners here in Jordan, and we would have launched our public sector financing scheme, our asset financing scheme, at full scale. By the end of the year, we would have our first full prototype of our credit assessment tool, and by the third quarter of 2022, we would have launched our solution at mass to the private sector here in Jordan. What's in it for you? As an early stage investor, you would be investing in what would become the bedrock of the financial system for years to come. A solution allowing access to financing from fintech applications to banks or any credit granting institutions. We're building a software that's built to last, that's easily scalable, and on top of which multiple solutions can be implemented. Our team comes from diverse backgrounds. I, for one, am an ex-consultant. Our CFO is a banker at the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Our Chief Strategy Officer is a fintech guru who's been in the ecosystem for more than 15 years with one of the mobile wallets. And finally, our Chief Operations Officer, Zaina Al-Kharouf, who has been working in the corporate world for the past 6 years. If this is an opportunity that is of interest to you and you believe that you are the right partner, scan the code on the screen and book a meeting right away. From there, we will take this offline and discuss this opportunity at more length. It was a pleasure pitching to you and looking forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.
Mina e-commerce is estimated to reach 28 billion USD per year. And of that, 5 billion is cash on delivery. Despite being 20% of all e-commerce transactions, sellers still have no way to easily collect these cash on delivery orders. Instead, they are worrying about delayed payments and they have no certainty about their cash flow. And they are trying to reconcile their accounts instead of growing their businesses. This is such a huge problem. Since our September 2020 launch, we have already completed 1.5 million USD in cash delivery transactions. Hi, my name is Abdullah Oudat. I'm the founder and CEO of Shipcash. Shipcash is MENA first platform that offering instant payments for cash and delivery orders. For any shipment created through our platform, Shipcash transfers the cash and delivery payments to the sellers instantly. Before Shipcash, sellers would take 7 days to get paid. But now, thanks to Shipcash, they can get paid in real time of shipment delivery. Now, sellers don't need to worry about delayed payments because they have more control over their cash flow. They are focused on growing their businesses instead of reconciling their accounts. Our business model is just as simple. We are taking a percentage of shipping fees charged through our platform. And since September 2020 launch, we have more than 700 e-commerce clients, delivered more than 60,000 orders, and completed more than 2 million USD in cash delivery transactions. And we are just getting started. Today we are in Jordan, but we are looking to expand to Saudi Arabia and Egypt later this year, that representing more than 3.5 million orders per month. We are going to be the bank of e-commerce. If you want to own a piece of every cash and delivery orders in MENA, come talk to us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hikam Gusous. I'm the CEO of Accessible Jordan. The Accessible Jordan is a company that was started by Aya Aghabi in 2017. Aya was in a car accident in 2009 that this tragic accident put her in a wheelchair. She found it very hard to move around in Jordan and to live her life normally. In 2017, Aya started her Accessible Jordan company. This company will help people to raise awareness, make Jordan more accessible and inclusive for all. Not only people with disability, also older people, moms with strollers, and who keeps finding challenges in moving around in Jordan. The population for people with disability is quite high. Worldwide, it's 1 billion. And the Arab world is 40 million, and according to the latest study in Jordan, it is 1.3 million. That takes us to see what are the difficulties they face. They face usually they look for opportunities. They look for more accessible places. And they call for equal chances.
Accessible Jordan will gain 500K plus as a net revenue if we only acquire 10% of three main sectors, which are the financial sector and the entertainment sector, as well as the educational sector, which I mean schools and universities. Therefore, we're raising 200K to raise more awareness through our marketing campaigns and activities, enhancing the team capabilities and also building the accessibility certification. The great team behind Accessible Jordan consists of a massive expertise, business development expert, consultancy expert, and financial expert, along with a training expert. Follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and help us rating the accessible places through our mobile and website apps.
Hello, my name is Ahmed Majali. I'm the founder and COO of Ion. I'm going to present to you our innovative business model in electric vehicle charging service. It all started back in 2017 when I bought my EV. I was one of the earliest EV owners in Jordan, and I was very happy with its economy. But then the battery started to degrade. I needed to have more mileage, and there was also around 3,000 EV owners back then. They are all were waiting for anyone to invest in EV charging services, but no one did because it's expensive and there is no return on investment. So I saw the market gap and I booted Ion. Ion gives brands a unique advertising way to reach their customers seconds before they make a purchase decision at premium locations like shopping malls and parks, with a minimum or on average a 30-minute exposure time to that advertising. Along with the EV charging service, it costs the businesses around $7,000 per year, while it cost Ion $4,000 as an installation cost, and this is a revenue stream 1. And once we install 40 locations in Jordan, we will activate the subscription model for the users, and this will be the second revenue stream for us. It is trivial that EV is the future of transportation. EV market is emerging in Jordan with a 25% increase per year, and that's market worth around $100 million in energy expenditure, while we expect also to open a market for us worth $1 million next year. With our current 16 locations, Ion helped 7,000 users to get extra miles and to keep charged. And also, once we executed this business model, Ion generated $15,000 in the last 3 months. And meet Ion team. We have Nasser Bikawi. He's a former CEO and former VP with extensive experience in management. He's the board chairman. Abdullah, he's the co-founder and chief marketing officer with an extensive also marketing and digital marketing experience. We have Dina Ghannam, she's a support engineer with an experience in electrical engineering. And me, I'm a telecom engineer and I'm professional in wireless communication and a developer for IoT and embedded systems. Our vision is to build EV charging networks that capitalize on and catalyze the shift from combustion-powered kilometers to electric kilometers by placing our stations at locations where consumers live, work, or play. And thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Azizi. I'm the acting CMO of Bob. Bob gives any business a mobile application through one click and with zero code. After COVID-19 and approximately 420 billion in losses were registered in market capital businesses. Those capital businesses are basically SMEs, which represent 80 to 90% of the market. Now, 15% of those enterprises have an actual online presence. Only 7% actually go to a customer engagement presence or solution to engage customers. This breaks down into 6 segments, which Bob has successfully managed to target, starting from sweet shops all the way down to hypermarkets, online stores, and what so. Those businesses were classified into 3 categories or levels, such as A, B, and C, to serve and to give the necessary needs for all the businesses. Bob has successfully gained traction in terms of growth rate of 44%, which is considered the highest in such terms of business. An average value is up to 30%. It also had over 33 clients in Jordan alone, not to speak of a customer acquisition cost down to $107 and with the potential to go down even lower. So how is that also reflected on the actual market? We have 30 clients globally or in the MENA region, 7 from Morocco, 400 qualified clients in Jordan, and with very satisfied testimonials across the region targeting all segments and sectors. So in conclusion, what we came to that the problem is that all the businesses are facing a failure, like they're going down to a failure. That's because of the lack of tracking, no personalization, lack of reach, and of course the cost and the unclear business value are all the major factors which affect such businesses. This is why Bob came up with a solution. Bob as a service is the solution where the business can manage, lead, and grow their businesses through a smart, intelligent dashboard and the analytics provided from us. This falls down into 4 main products. The first product is the landing page. The second product is the quick order website, and it goes through all the way to a mobile application, zero code and one click built directly. All of this is under one umbrella of controlment, which is the Bob dashboard. Of course, this follows a 5-step process where you create, the merchant, and then you select the features through the dynamic features are selected directly. We have a flywheel builder which enhances and guarantees a higher success rate for any business. And then of course it's just a one-click away to go live and go on the story. This is the Bob zero code Bob builder. First solution, the starting point is the landing page. Bob product it gives a solution for your customers where they get awareness, attraction and engagement eventually. So the first step is to create awareness for your customer. That's by showing you the value that you have. With the tools and the dynamic UI drag and drop components, that's just a few clicks away. It also gives you marketing options and marketing tools such as offline marketing tools and smart coupons, order tracking, SMS messaging, and also it gives you this additional advantage of being closer to your customer through your channel. Of course, at the end, you want your customer to get engaged. This is why you give you a mobile application. This is the future of the mobile applications. You get your customers completely engaged, where they start tracking their orders, and they start giving you, you also open a communication channel with them through push notifications. We're talking briefly about a few features here, but they're all eventually leading to get this customer satisfaction through Bob technologies. So how do we compete? Where do we stand in the market? Bob is, it's more of a all-in-one solution. It's literally all-in-one solution because it's a dynamic builder. So if you go to compare yourself with the e-commerce sectors, the e-commerce software as a services, they have indicated UI where Bob has a drag and drop, flexible and dynamic components. They don't have a customer journey builder. Bob provides that. If you go, for example, to the mobile app analytics, they're highly expensive and they're SDK based. Their SDKs are not mobile apps. No, for Bob, it's a completely built dynamic code. And also, if you go to the M-commerce specifically, there isn't actually a fully zero code mobile application except Bob, as far as we know. And if we're gonna say ideal, if there is any, the price competition is highly unlikely. How did we achieve that? We achieved simply the most dynamic builder in this technology. On a local scale or a lower scale in the IT technology, there are a lot of companies which are white labels. Those white labels do not give you the high quality, the high end performance which the technologies which Bob was built on. It's also a closed source technology. It requires a lot of maintenance and support, and it's difficult to update. When you go to Bob, you're actually avoiding all of this headache because, again, we're a dynamic builder, we're a flexible solution, and we have it all in one. So how do we maintain it? We cover those technicalities from our service, Bob as a service. So this is a general standing point of how Bob competes in terms of m-commerce and e-commerce solutions. So this was thankfully achieved to a very skilled young team, from part-time to full-time employees, and thankfully with our co-founder Khalil Azizi, Malik Ahmad, Muhammad Majdlawi, Khalid Swais. They're all experienced team members, and not to mention the technical team, which has successfully built this ideal model. So how do we do it? So we did it through a very simple process, which is, let's say this is our organization structure, which is a PLG model structure. So what do we offer now? We got 3 main paid plans, and we got the freemium plan available for any customer at the time being. Our product market fit was based on the advanced plan, and we're adding multiple features, and we're asking and talking to our customers until we've reached this point, which is our MVP, which covers all the customer needs according to the plans below. In terms of the key resources, we're segmented into the developers and tools, and the customers engagement are representing approximately 30%, and the highest of course is the developers and tools, and of course the productivity and collaboration at 7%, which will be more clear when we talk about how much Bob can grow and lead. So this is our MVP, this is Bob for the time being, and we're asking ourselves what's next. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us, and we're more than welcome to be the leading Jordanian company on a global scale. This is Bob. Thank you.